is Tatiana Hollander with Screen Rant. We're here at Comic-Con with the cast of What We Do in the Shadows and the great mind behind it. You're back 3 years since last time we had Comic-Con. The show has grown in size, in love, in Emmy awards. What is the experience like now that you're back? For anyone.
Exciting. I mean, they won't say it because they're on the show, but it was very exciting coming out and seeing a huge crowd of people dressed up like Guillermo's and the guides and did we see any?
I play Colin Robinson.
Did we see any Colin Robinson?
And your character.
Yeah.
And you were there. And you were there.
Dilbert looking.
No, I mean the first year we were here, there were fans lined up to get into the What We Do in the Shadows activation, and remember Kayvon walked over. And no one really recognized him.
Yeah.
He didn't look exactly
They asked him to take a picture. They're like, can you take a picture of us?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But now everyone recognizes you.
Yeah, now it's very exciting.
And you were just stopped outside this interview to be told how good the show is. How often does that happen?
Oh, that happened?
Yes.
Yeah, they made sure you were good.
I think our fans are very enthusiastic and loyal to the show, and so it does happen that they want to speak up and actually say something when they see us in public because they feel like they know us from the show. And it's exciting for them. That doesn't happen on a lot of shows. So
Absolutely.
we're very, very happy about that.
Yes, please. Both mics.
Well, I don't know. I think this show is very special too because, first of all, it's funny. Like it's just like the jokes are central. The jokes are key. There's belly laughs, and also it's just so creative and so surreal, and it breaks all the boundaries, and it's allowed to go places that most television doesn't get to go on so many levels that people haven't seen before. So. I think not only here at Comic-Con are you going to get the awesome cosplaying, like vampire loving crew, but you're also just attracting, on top of that, even more people who are just coming for like the pure joy of this show.
Absolutely. Yes, do you have?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see.
Say you like the show.
I like the show. It was, our fans are amazing, and their fan art is amazing on social media that I try to repost as much as I can, and their love for all the characters and their cosplay. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Today we saw a lot of the guide's outfit. I was like full on wig and
Oh my
hair.
gosh.
There were some gorgeous najas.
There was gorgeous najas. There was little gizmos everywhere, and that it just them just saying us the love and
There were guy
appreciation.
Guillermo's and girl Guillermo's.
There were guy Guillermo's.
I
yeah,
love
There's
that.
an older man Guillermo.
There was
I
older
thought
man-
was really cool.
Yeah, Guillermo has no age or gender. So so it was really nice to see that because the fans, I mean, they're the ones who show up, and wait hours in line to see us for 2 seconds, in the sun, and we appreciate that. So
And
thanks
they're
so
the
much.
ones that have you guys renewed for 2 more seasons after this.
Yes.
So crazy.
So thank you.
I
renewed?
didn't know they had that much.
They did that themselves.
do that.
They did that. No, but what are you most looking forward to now that you are going to get this show for so much longer for each of your characters?
Gosh, that's not for me to say. I just, having Colin turn into a baby,
Going through the gamut.
breathe new life into the character for me. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where the
Adolescent
writers.
Colin.
No, the writers decide to take the character for the next couple seasons.
Absolutely. Guillermo, we have love triangle
Oh yeah.
possibilities.
I mean, we know that he's going to have a love interest this year and finding himself. He's asking himself a lot of questions this year, questions that he was probably avoiding before and masking because he's been a familiar for over 13 years now. And he's finally having to ask those questions that sometimes there's no expiration date on asking yourself these questions in the mirror. And I think this is his year to really be honest and maybe find true love, So we'll see.
That was very dramatic. It was an intense moment.
Yeah,
I loved
so
it.
I'm really excited for his and for the next 2 seasons. I mean, again, it's not for us to say. It's
You can
for
pitch it,
the-
though. Maybe
we can,
he'll
but
take
you
some.
know, it won't matter. I pitched a whole. I mean, I have like ideas for like guest stars that I would just selfishly would want to have on the show.
You said you wanted us to meet Guillermo's whole family, and what
I did, and it
what
did.
comes up later
Oh,
this
no.
season.
Can we talk about that?
You can, without going into detail.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry, I was
Goodness,
trying to
Taylor.
set us up for now it's out. But yeah, we did say that, and they were very lovely, and I'd like to see that the culture represented on
Yeah,
screen. And
absolutely.
it's very important. We could say until we're blue in the face, but representation matters. So it's really nice to see that.
I love that. Now, speaking of guest stars, Kristen, when do you get to really be fully into the fold? We've seen you guest starring in the past. Now your name in the credits.
Yeah, my name's in the credits. I was invited back for season 5, but explicitly not season 6. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was like, are you guys gonna? I was like, could you just
Well, we know
find
what
out if they're
storyline
gonna
that
kill
is.
me? Because I'll buy them another ice cream truck to say goodbye. So I was like, just 5, but that's good. I'm so grateful.
Hold it.
great.
We haven't finished the script. That means if I want, we can kill you at the end of season 5?
Absolutely.
I think we should not do that.
Well, no, I don't think we
will
should do
not
that.
do
You can edit this. You can edit this out.
Thank you. But so yeah, we're holding up every day. I'm so grateful.
Thank you.
I am, but I was thinking it would be fun for the guide to. I'd like to see her. So someone maybe auditioning. We were saying this like in like normal world.
Yeah.
Like working at a regular thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what if she auditioned for like a movie and
Like
like
she
tried to
wasn't-
be an actress or an extra? But she was like, so like just this, but in this other, I don't know. I just like to see her in the real world outside of the because she's only been stuck in this
Right.
thing.
That
Yeah,
sounds like it'd be a whole
she's the one who's
spin-off.
been the most closed off from the real world. She's been sitting in the Vampiric Council building for 200 years, just waiting for something to do,
Yeah.
or for some new friends.
Yeah, she's a real weirdo.
And as the one who can speak to it,
Yeah.
in general, how do you hope to expand the show? How much further do you see it going?
Well, the speaking of expanding the show, we're always talking about the rest of the supernatural world that exists beneath our normal reality, of which vampires are a part. But this episode that we're showing here tomorrow in Hall H, and which is airing on Tuesday, is our biggest, most expensive episode ever, where you see so many other supernatural creatures that hide in the shadows of the real world. It's a very exciting one. It also has a lot of great. One of our probably our best fight scene.
biggest fight
yeah,
scene
to date.
yeah,
Oh.
with some
one.
really big stunts
Huge.
and also just two simultaneous really good stories.
And set-wise, it's our biggest set.
It is.
Thing. It's our
Yeah,
biggest set
definitely.
to date.
Can I just, I know that we don't have a lot of time, but can I just shout out some props to the crew that works on the show that creates all the,
Prosthetics.
the prosthetics for all these characters that we're going to see tomorrow, and how hard they work to because it's also shot like a reality show, so it's not like anyone can fudge it because the camera's going to be wherever it's going to be, so it has to look good from all sides. This show is just firing on all cylinders, and
What Kristen is saying is really true, because in the script for the upcoming episode, there's like 2 sentences that say, "and we see all sorts of other supernatural creatures." Like that's
And they made that
that's the
happen.
best. And then all the different departments said we could do this, and we have this, and we have this, and it ended up being so much beyond what we even imagined. you know?
Yeah, I love that. So then finally, before I send you off into the night, what is the hardest vampire role for you to keep track of?
what?
Like we have there's all the vampire rules. Are there any?
Oh,
Do you ever
rules.
rules? Yes.
I said
Enunciation is key.
For my character, I don't really have any because we're creating the mythology as we go along. The first rule that we've really created is that energy vampires die every 100 years and are reborn out of their own gut.
Which was
So-
an incredible sight to see.
Yeah, so I don't have to keep track of many. Harvey's not a
I'm not a
vampire.
vampire.
But he probably
But just,
knows more.
but yeah, I'm
about
saying,
I
like, you
know
know
more
all the
about it.
rules,
Yeah,
right? Do you ever forget one, or are you ever like, wait a second?
Yeah, I think there was well in the pilot I don't know if that was, did we have that in the script where it was like fingers crossed and then like that was a joke?
Yes.
Like that
fingers
forgot that you
crossed.
can't have do you know what I mean? You can't have a crucifix around a vampire, and so I think we did it once, and then I think it was Paul or someone who was like, yeah, do that again, because it was, you can't say that, you know, but you totally forgot. You're like, fingers crossed, and it's like, you know, that, and the mirrors. The mirrors were like, oh, we have mirrors in the house that have to be covered, but in the pilot, there was like an open mirror that you could always see, and I was like, ooh, that's going to be a problem, because we shoot around it all the time, and so I think that special effects cost us probably a lot the first season to erase that from the screen, but that's what makes it look cool.
Yeah.
So that one I forget about, but I also love, because we used it again in the wellness center with the vampire flying around. So that's the one I always forget, but love.
I love that. Is there a special rule for you?
Yeah, mine that I mess up all the time is they don't say God. Like, oh my God. And it was when we improvise, and because she's so tense that my tense thing is, oh God, oh my God, oh my God. And I ruined, I feel like I've ruined a few takes because I say that.
I think the one that's the biggest headache for me is that vampires are not warm-blooded. So when they're outside at night, you can't see their breath puffing out. We shoot in Toronto during the winter, and when we're outside, you see breath. And when we're going back through the episodes doing the VFX, it's like, take out the breath, take out the breath. It's something no one would ever really notice, but we just want to make sure we get it right.
Yeah, exactly. No, because if you left it in,
Someone
would.
would
There would be
notice.
someone who'd notice. There'd be a whole TikTok of the things you did wrong. Well, thank you guys so much. I cannot wait for your panel tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank
I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and that you get lots of rest.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.